Welcome back to the Atari ST Nostalgia GFA Basic tour. Now, in the previous video we did some fancy text printing in ways that the print command just cannot do. And looking back at when we explored the print command, we actually remembered that this command could also not output those special ASCII characters that were actually like from 1 to 31. And of course that makes us all curious if this text command can do a little bit better. So let's get into the editor and start playing around with it to see what we can do. So as you can see, I put it in direct mode because that's just a bit easier. I will reset the definition of the text to just color 1, no fancy styles of direction, but I want the size to be nice and big. And of course I can do a text command, let's say at 250 by 200. And I want to play some special characters. Now the interesting thing is I know, for instance, I think we explored this already. If I do character 14 and 15, it's an Atari logo. Now if I try to print this with the print command, it will just not output anything, nothing. But if I do it here, it will actually put it at the position on the screen exactly where I want it. Now of course there's another interesting character set. There's actually 4 characters in the character set that are there as an Easter egg, and together they form something. Yeah, I think it's a nice Easter egg. So let's not waste any time. Let's say 320 200, and there are 4 characters that need to be on top of each other. So let's do. I think it's 28 and 29. I'm just using the Alt key to actually put this input there. And then at 320 by 232, because 32 is my text size, so I have to be the size of a character just below this one. And I will put characters 30 and 31. And as you can see, this is a face. And this face is actually the face of J.R. Bob Dobbs from the Satirical Church of Subgenius, apparently. And yeah, this is an Easter egg that they put in the character set, and I think this is quite a nice way. So I was disappointed when I could not use the print command to use this, but it's very nice that the text command actually supports putting it on screen. So naturally, of course, we have to play around with this. So I actually written some code. And as you can see, because I do different things one after the other, I actually did it in a sort of structured coding. So I will just go to the main program, what I do. Basically, what I first do is put it in graph mode 2. And we saw in the previous video that actually makes the it makes our text transparent, so the background will not fiddle with the background color. I will just put the fill into solid black. I will put the text size, in this case I would put it at 20 for my opening screen because this line is quite long, so if I use 32 it will just not fit. So I will say okay, at this position I will say press any key to put some cool characters on our screen, and I will wait for a key press. And when you press the key, what it will do, it will just do a loop, basically the main code loop in this program, until I press the space bar. It will clear the screen and then go through all the procedures one by one until it's finished the last one, and it will start the loop again. So what do these do? These are quite familiar. What I basically do is to say, okay, in the first one with black logos, I will define the text as black text, no style, size 32, count to 100, and basically make a random position for X and Y, but taking into account the size of the thing I'm actually going to type. So it will be somewhere between between 0 and 19, and then it will also have an Y position, which is 32 plus something, and this should actually be 1 plus. I don't think it likes to be, it actually doesn't matter because it's a pixel. So actually if this is 0, it will just take the most left pixel. So this should actually work. And what it will do is just add the pixels that it has generated randomly, but it will do it by a factor of 32 so they don't overlap. and on that position it will draw the Atari logo, and then do that 100 times. Wait for me to press a key. Yeah, and the black one is actually very similar. The white logo, the code is largely the same, except I will clear the screen. Instead of filling the screen, I will just draw a box that covers the full screen. It's just a lot quicker. A filled box which is black inside. I will define the text as color 0, so white instead of 32. Then I will just execute the same code. And yeah, the black bobs and the white bobs, they are very similar. I will just open this one. This will also draw a box to make the background black. Define the text as white. And of course this one is a little bit more fancy because I have to draw 2 lines. So actually I will determine the random coordinates for an x and y position at exactly the same time. But then I will do the first line at that position, and then the second line at the same position, but the y position is shifted down by a factor of 32. And then it will do that 100 times too. So yeah, it's a really simple piece of code, but I just wanted to do it because actually I don't know how to spell program apparently, so that should also be yeah, I just wanted to fool around with it, and it also gives me a nice opportunity to show you, like, yeah, I do 4 things, I do 4 procedures, so at this point it's also easier to structure the code again, so I can have my overview and actually understand better what I want to do. And if I want to change the order of the procedures, I can do it more easily. I don't have to copy and paste large amounts of code. So pressing the key to put cool characters on screen. Now as you see, if you use a text size, like for instance, this is text size 20, it doesn't look that nice actually. So this command, don't get your expectations up too high, but it's still nice. It's fancier than just normal printing. So it will just, yeah, draw 100 Atari logos that don't overlap. Then it will do the same, but it will make the screen black, and then draw the Atari logos. And as you can see, actually I draw the box 1, 1 instead of 0, 0. So that's actually a white line at the edge of the screen. So that's something we have to correct. And of course it will do the same with the bob faces, the bob-dob faces. And then it will do the same, but the faces will be white. And it will just loop like this all the time. So I will just... yeah, so what I will do, I will actually correct my code, because this is not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 0, 0. I can fold it back again and then do the same for the white bobs. This box should actually start at 0. It can actually end at 639, but yeah, it will just draw something outside of the screen, which doesn't matter in this case. Yeah, and I've also just decided that actually I want this piece, I want them to write the white ones first. I don't know why, it's just something I want. So I can do white logo, and I will do black logo here. And then do black faces and white. And as you can see, because I'm using procedures, this is actually way simpler to edit. So if I run the program now, it will actually say, okay, press a key. It will do the white Atari logos first, then wait for me to press a key again, and it will do the black Atari logos, then it will do the black bob faces, and it will do the white bob faces again. And of course this program will endlessly loop until I tell it to actually give it a break command, and then it will stop. This was just a really simple way. I just had to fiddle around with this because I tried it before with the print command. This didn't work. With the text command it does, so you can actually put these Easter eggs that I put in this character set to good use, which I really like. But that's all for now for this video. I am not sure what I will be covering in the next video because I haven't decided yet, but for now I hope you enjoyed watching this one, and I hope to see you next time somewhere in the near future. Thank you for watching.